So Monday, Tuesday, we went over how to graph quadratics when we factor them. But what about things that are not factorable? So what about a quadratic that you cannot factor and find its roots unless you do the quadratic formula? But again, those become decimals if it's not factorable. So we need another method to be able to graph. So yesterday we went over how to find the vertex, and as long as you have the vertex, you're good. That's the main point you need for a quadratic graph. And we can also use our a value. So we're going to be using 3 basic steps. We're going to find the vertex, just like we did yesterday. We're going to use the a to find 2 other points to draw our parabola. And we're going to be moving up and down from in that direction of a. And we always move 1 unit to the right and 1 unit to the left, which is what we looked at yesterday. So let's go ahead and see how those steps work as a group. So let's start off with number 1 and number 2. And we might have to do the work first and then the graphs at the end. So let's see how we're going to make this work. So example number 1, we have our quadratic. This right here is not factorable because nothing multiplies to 12 and combines to give us 8. So let's go ahead and start graphing this by doing the vertex instead. So here we go. So we're going to start with x equals negative b over 2a. We're minus b, so my b is negative 8, over 2 times a, which is that 2. Simplify that, 8 over 4 equals 2. So we have our x value. Now we're going to find our y value. We're going to plug in 2 into our equation. 2 times x squared minus 8 times x plus 6. I'm going to plug in a 2 here and there. Simplify all of this. So 2 times 4. Exponent always goes first. Then 2 times 4 is 8 minus 16 plus 6. Remember, the second number should be double the first number. One should be positive, one should be negative. It's good so far. That's going to give us negative 8 plus 6, which gives us negative 2. So our vertex is 2 for the x value, negative 2 for the y value. Again, the vertex is negative 2, 2 comma negative 2, which is also where my line of symmetry is at. I'll just put LOS for line of symmetry because I can't fit the whole word in here. It's also where the line of symmetry is. And my a value in this case is this 2 here up front. That's my a value. So I'm going to put my a value is 2. So therefore I'm going to move up or down. So in this case I'm going to move 2 up because it's positive. I'm going to move up 2 spaces. My next 2 points are going to be to my right and to my left. So let's go ahead and do that. 2, negative 2, and my a value is 2. So actually I'll just scroll down. I have to clear that out. So one more time, just 2, negative 2. Again, I was going to go up 2 because my a value is 2. And my next 2 points are going to are to my right and to my left. And to my left. All right, let's go ahead and graph this. So first thing is I'm going to go ahead and graph my vertex. So 2 to the right and 2 down. There's the vertex right there. Then I'm going to move 2 units up, and I'm going to go 1 unit to the right and 1 unit to the left. And then I'm going to go ahead and connect this. So once you have the vertex, it's pretty easy to graph a parabola. Just use your a value. So let's go ahead and do the next one. So I have my quadratic. I'm going to go ahead and find the vertex. Use my negative b over 2a from the quadratic formula, which gives me my line of symmetry. Negative of b is 4 over 2 times a is negative 1. Simplifies to negative 4 divided by negative 2, which gives us 2. Plug that back into the equation. So plug in a 2, so negative x squared plus 4 times x minus 1. I'm going to plug in some 2's here. I'm going to simplify all of this. That's going to be negative of 4. 2 squared is positive 4, put the negative in front of it. And my 8 minus 1, do my check. 8 is half of 4. I'm sorry, 4 is half of 8, or 8 is twice as much as 4. One's negative, one's positive, so far so good. We have 4 minus 1, which gives me 3. So my vertex is going to be 2, 3. And my A value is going to be negative 1. I'm going to scroll down so it's going to clear out. So 2, 3. So my vertex is 2, 3. And my A value was 1, because that's where my line of symmetry is at. Therefore, I'm going to move, since it's, negative 1, I'm going to be moving down 1 this time. Because it's negative, my parabola is going to face downwards. I'm going to go 1 down 1 space. My next 2 points are going to be to the right and to the left of that 1 unit down. So let's go ahead and graph it now. So at 2, 3, I'm going to go ahead and put my graph. And then I'm going to go 1 down, 1 to the left, and 1 to the right. And then we're going to go ahead and connect that. Alright, that's pretty much it on how to graph these parabolas. I'm probably going to switch out the graphs to give you guys ones that are not so small, so your paper probably has a different grid. Alright, go ahead and get started, and good luck.